All right, Pasadenans and heroes everywhere. It is I, your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier, coming to you live for Rabbi Chat, produced by Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center. Today we will be talking about the Torah portion of the week, Parashat Naso, specifically the oldest prayer in Judaism in continuous use, the Birkat Kohanim, or the priestly blessing. We'll be talking a little bit about that today. It's going to be sort of a short broadcast, which I will explain to you why right after this brief musical interlude. Stick around. Nice to see everybody here in this wonderful time that we are living in. Hold on just a second. I'm going to take a look at the multi-chat, see if anybody's joining us. Trig Bell says, hi, everyone. Nice to see you, Trig. Welcome to Rabbi Chat by PJTC. I am your friendly neighborhood Rabbi John Carrier. Today we're going to be talking briefly about the Birkat Kohanim, that is the priestly blessing from Sefer Bamidbar, that is the book of Numbers, and that's in chapter. The particular thing I'm talking about is chapter 6. Hold on, let me look it up. It's in chapter 6, and it's in verse, let's say, 22, 23-ish. Really gets going on 24, 24 through 26, and then a little bit more on 27. So, in any case, Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center says, hi, John. Hi, Pasadena Jewish Temple and Center. Nice to see y'all. Nawa64 says, shalom, y'all. How did you know? That's printed on all of my clothing. Shalom, y'all. Nice to see everybody. So it's going to be kind of a short one today. It's a busy time. The most pressing thing is I need to get to a meeting. I've been invited to this interfaith prayer meeting that's happening across town at 4 o'clock, so we're going to have a little bit of a shorter session today, and all the more so because I think traffic might be kind of hairy in my neighborhood. There is a major event going on right across the street from my house. I don't know if you could hear the helicopter blades in the broadcast today. I get plane flyovers all the time. I get leaf blowers outside when I'm trying to make videos, but a helicopter basically hovering right over my building, that's a new one, and here we are. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody is keeping safe. I hope everyone is fully expressing themselves in a safe way, whatever it is you're doing today. It's a crazy time where on one hand we are drawn to stay safer at home, and if you have people that you're responsible for on a daily basis, if you have if you happen to be in a high risk group or have health concerns, immune system concerns where you don't need to be out, or rather you need to not be out, don't be out. Pikuach nefesh, saving your life, is primary so that you can go on to do good work. If it is safe for you to go out and make your voice heard in a peaceful way, then I encourage you to do so. And so that's why I'm taking a calculated risk, going to a prayer meeting of all things in Sierra Madre here in a minute. And so gotta skip to that pretty soon. Hopefully I can get out of my driveway. I've seen protesters walking up and down my street all day and gathering in the park across the street from my house. And so far, so good. I'm following the Twitter traffic from a great site that covers local stuff, and so far everything seems to be peaceful. And so we're gonna hope and pray for that. So keep y'all's fingers crossed for me. It's good to see in the house today. Trig Bell, PJTC is in the house. Nawa64 says shalom, y'all. And PJTC says it's Burl. Hey Burl. Man alive, I can't speak word things good. What I couldn't get done with if Burl wasn't in my life, I don't know how I could get anything done. Did I say it correctly? So really grateful to Burl Strauss, the executive director of PJTC, who runs a tight ship, is a great leader, very kind boss, and always admire how she just keeps our place running. And so thank you. Big shout out to Burl Strauss for all the work that you do. I just almost lost it this week, just sharing with the team at PJTC how proud I am of each and every one of them, specifically, especially how strong they are. That everybody, we haven't let anybody go because of economic concerns. We've been blessed to be able to keep everybody employed, and boy, has everybody stayed employed, meeting the needs of PJTC. I am super impressed, super proud, super grateful to Burl for your leadership on that. And I have a great clergy partner in Cantor Ruth Berman Harris as well, and she and I are going to this prayer meeting, so I need to wrap this up and tell you what's what with Parashat Naso. Natalie sort of says, hey, had to bail on Twitch. Sorry, I think Twitch is getting hinky. Internet traffic patterns are changing. Dorian Alexander says, Shalom L'Kulam. Nice to have you here, Dorian. So, KG Wilcox, nice to see you. Says, hi, everybody from Twitch. We're talking about Parashat Naso. And within Parashat Naso, it's the second parasha, the second weekly Torah reading from Sefer Bamidbar, the book of Numbers. And embedded in this, in chapter 6, is what one of my teachers and friends, Rabbi Adam Greenwald, calls basically the world's oldest blessing, or at least Judaism's oldest blessing, which I think puts it in contention in terms of a blessing that has been in continuous use, words that continue to be spoken for roughly 4,000 years. Can you imagine, saying the same words today that were being said 4,000 years ago? And this is the Birkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing. The source in the Torah, again, is chapter 6. It starts on verse 22. V'daber Adonai al Moshe lemor, daber el Aharon ve'el banav lemor ko, tivarchu et bnei Yisrael amor lahem. So what that means is the Lord spoke to Moses. So Lord talking about, is a little bit of a game of telephone going on. Lord Moses says, speak to Aaron. So that's a third telephone. Speak to Aaron and his sons. These are the priests. Thus shall you bless the people of Israel. Say to them, pay attention, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. The Lord will bless and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha bichoneka. The Lord will deal kindly and graciously with you. And then the third part is, Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. The Lord bestow his favor upon you and grant you peace. And when I was hanging out with Rabbi Adam Greenwald, a lot of times when we hang out, there's water involved, because often I'm sitting on a Beit Din for conversions, and we're at the mikveh, which is kind of on a pause right now. We'll get back in the water soon. But Rabbi Greenwald always gives this blessing to people, and he says it this way. Back in the book of Numbers, we get this commandment from God to Moses to Aaron, and Aaron's job, among other things, is to bless all of the people simultaneously, and says, all these nice things that I just said, all these gifts from God. I think there was Rabbi Jason Mann was teaching earlier that this teaches us that we all have the power to bless, right? It's not just God that goes around blessing folks. God says to Abraham early on, you will be a blessing. You will bless. People will bless themselves by you. This gives humans this agency for being vessels of blessings and instigators of blessings, which is not a small thing. But what I love about this is its endurance, its timelessness. In that, yes, originally, this was given by the priests to the people at the Mishkan, and then the Beit HaMikdash, the temple, and it was a priest to people thing. And you'd think that when we lost that piece of how Jews Jew all day, of killing an animal in a building to connect with each other and with God, when the priesthood died out, that should have died out, right? This is one of the few places in Torah where it actually prescribes liturgy, by the way. When we say our prayers every day, some of us, every week, some of us, a couple times a year, some of us, that's cool, you do you. All the prayers that are in the prayer book, 99% of them are not in the Torah, right? Sometimes it's Torah that's quoted, but usually it's psalms or it's medieval compositions of liturgy. There's only a couple places where the Torah says, okay, when you have a service, when you get together to bless folks, here's what you say. Like, one is for the offering of the first fruits, and the other one is this. And this was said, yes, by the priests on behalf of all the people, but it's got legs, y'all. And what we have today in many synagogues, this priestly blessing is given by someone of the line of the Kohanim that has endured all this time to the people in something that's called duchenin, where the Kohanim will get up and bless people and make a little hand signal, and that's where Spock got it, so it's another video. But where it plays into my house, we are not Kohanim, if you haven't guessed that. Where it plays into my house is we say this every week at Shabbat. And it's uttered when parents bless their children at the Friday night dinner table. First, we say a blessing, may God prosper you like God did for Ephraim and Manasseh and Sarah and Rebekah and Rachel and Leah. And then we utter this blessing. And so this oldest blessing of ours is in continuous use today and is given by parents to their children on a weekly basis. We often say this in the synagogue service at the time of celebration of B'nai Mitzvah. And where I learned it from Rabbi Greenwald was in that context of mikvah, when somebody is becoming a Jew in a single moment. What Rabbi Greenwald says is, it is my honor to give you this, our oldest blessing, to you, the world's newest Jew. So this is something that has prospered our people. This is something that has sustained us for all this time and has kept, I was going to say we have kept it alive. I'm going to go so far as to say in some ways it's kept us alive, and Baruch Hashem for that. So I really appreciate everybody being here today. It's sort of a short learning. I got to hop in the car and leave one gathering site to go to another gathering site. It's good to see Ruthie in the house is here. Patricia, hi Patricia. I did get your email. I will answer you soon. So just wanted to say it's been kind of a crazy day, but I'm really grateful to Burrow for being here. Patricia, Ruthie, Dorian. Looks like Vit's in the house. Hi Vit, how you doing? So Carla, so blessed to have you in our community. Short but sweet. Good to see you, Rabbi John. Yeah, it's been a crazy day, but we roll with it. I didn't want to skip out on y'all though without saying hello, teaching a little bit of Torah. So tune in, God willing. Next week we'll be back on Tuesday at 3 p.m. And Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. In the meantime, please join us at PJTC for our live streaming services Friday night at 7:30 p.m., Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Again, those are Pacific times, and we'd love to have you pray with us, sing with us, learn with us, and eat with us. Like we do a little eating at the end with the Kiddush, and you can eat at your house, and we'll just do a virtual l'chaim. So with that, so appreciate all of you learning with me. May God bless you and protect you. May God always deal kindly and graciously with you. May God's face always be shining on your path and grant you peace. Until next time, Pasadenians and heroes everywhere, Shalom.